Hello, YouTube and Facebook groups and Reddit. My name is Chris Watton. I'm here with a top 8 done by me. I played something pretty unique. I played Go Second, 8 Axis Sword Soul, where blind second, and then if I win game 1, I usually side into a bunch of floodgates game 2. So I guess we'll start with the deck list, and I'll try to explain some things. So first I played 1 Unchained Soul. This card is really good. It did better than I expected to. I might actually play 2 of them next time. 1 Pankratops, 2 Astral Karibo. So the goal is to make rank 8s on my turn and try to kill them with it. This card can become an 8-star or a 4-star if I need it to. Usually it makes Draglubian, but it also protects any card it's attached to, any number monster it makes, from destruction. So I've had times where I'll make Draglubian and just sit on him because then it can't be targeted or destroyed. You can make Crooked Cook with this in any 4, and then it's unaffected and it can't be destroyed. So there's no real out, and it gets you all the time you need to hopefully break their board in the future. I played 3 Fairy Tale Luna. I love this card. This is OCG loves this card. This card is really good at forcing negates. So 8 stars. I played 3 Alpha Master of Beast. Really cool. This is great and goes second. It's an 8-star. It bounces, doesn't target, just amazing all around. 3 Gizmek. 3 Sage de Fleur. Now I guess it's going to be called Sauce de Fleur because that's what my phone keeps on autocorrecting to. So this card, this card's one of the best cards in the deck. You target 1 monster on your field and 1 card your opponent controls, special summon this, and then destroy them. It doesn't need to destroy to summon, like it summons and then destroys, so you can target one of your monsters that has a quick effect to move itself, and then do the target's special, or chain your monster effect and then summon and destroy your opponent's card. So this is really good with like Luna or Ecclesia, and it just gives you a bunch of free advantage. I played 2 the Luna-Swordsoul. 8-star. This affects. This is really good when you. If you're able to summon this on your opponent's turn, it's really hard to play around because it has all the different options for effects. I played 2 Swordsoul Taya. I played 3 Mo Yi. I didn't play any Long Yuan. I wanted the extra deck space, and he was kind of like bricky. I would draw him in like no other Sword Soul cards, and he'd just sit in my hand and not be something I could play. 3 Ecclesia. I played 2 of the Wind Kaiju. I can bounce this like multiple times. Go Luna or the Alpha and just Kaiju them 3 times in 1 turn. Really good board breaker. And hand traps. I played 3 of the most cancer hand trap in the game. I played 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Ghost Ogre, and 2 Impermanents. This is all I needed for hand traps. I guess I could have played more and played more cards, but with the Kaiju, it just kind of felt unnecessary. I played 3 Sword Soul Emergence, 1 Pot of Desires. This deck in OCG is supposed to be a Sekka's Light deck, but because we only have 1 of them, you can play like the Sword Soul Search spell to make it a bit more easy to get the synchros out. And I played 2 Forbidden Droplets. Not sure where I placed the second one. I did play 2 of them though. Okay, so that's it for main deck. We'll go extra deck. The only like monster I played is Dark Tremor. So if they make the DPE and you force them to use it, you can just summon this back and then overlay it, and they basically get nothing. I played 1 Chaos Ruler, 1 Chi Shao, and this was probably the best extra deck card all day. Crimson Blader. If you resolve every game I resolve this effect, I won. There isn't a lot of things they can do if like you are able to attack over and just like, oh, you're locked out of DPE, oh, you're locked out of big flunder monsters, or Swordsoul synchros, there's just absolutely nothing that can be done if this resolves, and you either just pass turn with no monster and hope that I don't kill you, or you just try to keep stalling and never recover. I played one Final Sigma. Card's really good, unaffected by everything. I played one the Zombie Vampire. I didn't really summon this a lot. This is mainly here because I side there can be only ones. And this is the easiest thing to make that doesn't conflict with other types. And it can also just lead to more game swings. I played Numeron Dragon with the Dragalubian combo. This is generally, if you can clear their board, this is usually the fastest way to end the game. I had one game that I kind of forgot to play around Nibiru, and I made this and just got slammed with it. Because normally I have enough 8 stars to make this first, and I just didn't. Can't really excuse it. I played one Zeus, one Titanic, one Stall Infinitely, Crooked Cook, one Dingirasu, one Pain Gainer, and one the Seven Sins. These are kind of self-explanatory, I think. So, for that, let's put those over. And now for side deck. So, like I said, I side a bunch of floodgates when I think they're going to make me go first, or I can choose to go first and just cut them out of the game. So I played 2 Skill Drain, 2 There Can Be Only Ones, 1 Macrocosmos, 1 Defissure, and 1 Soul Drain. This was honestly the best one. I'll probably play like 2 or 3 of them in the future. This card just is good against most decks right now. And then I also played 1 Red Reboot, 2 Evenly Matched. It was initially 3 Evenly instead of Red Reboot, but I decided this is probably better to do. I played Predaplant Fusion, Mud Dragon, and 3 Super Polys. So this deck is actually pretty straightforward, pretty easy to play. This doesn't really have a lot of ceiling. It was a fairly good choice because I had been up for 24 hours before the tournament even started, partly due to a 5-hour drive to Spokane for the tournament. I think I played against every single meta deck once, and then I played against Earth Machine Trains twice, and I lost one of those. Not much I could have done situation. I just didn't have the cards to play through it. So this is a very, very strong deck for going second. It can answer everything. Changes, I'd probably not main deck Droplets. It didn't really do anything. Like I said, I played 2 of them. Brought the count up to 43. I thought it was kind of necessary, but every time I drew it, it was just dead for the most part. I maybe used it all of one game where it maybe mattered, and I feel like if it was another hand trap or something, it would have done the same thing. But other than that, deck worked perfectly fine. You can interchange a lot of stuff. There's other ways to play it. Fairy Tale Luna is always one of the most fun cards to play, in my opinion. Sometimes you can go like Imperm or something that they negate on their field, and then special summon Iris, and they'll summon something from their hand later, and then you can just special summon a Luna if you drew it, and I have done that turn 1 when I'm going second, and just put the Iris and the Luna out, and then the Luna was just able to answer whatever they summoned, and they basically passed with no cards. So between that, it was Iris is amazing if you can sit on it. I don't know if there's much else to do. This was very tiring regionals, but everything went well. I'll probably play this deck again I've got a tournament for Brave Core. I know people know me for playing Lightsworn mostly. I promise next regional video I'll be playing a version of Lightsworn. So besides that, thanks for watching. Shout out, I guess, to the OCG players that always play some Luna control and giving me the idea to play Swordsoul with it. And with that, I'll be signing off. Thanks.